welcome to This Is Arlington, Arlington's high school student-produced television show. I'm Bella Woodard.
And I'm Noah Sershin. On each episode of This Is Arlington, we look at the stories happening in our school and community.
Let's take a look at our top stories. Several roads in Arlington will be shut down due to construction to give the community a more smooth ride. During September, times 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. will be affected by these changes on designated workdays. Cones will be placed and alternative routes will be given.
Looking ahead now, if you're in need of service hours, the Sam T. Wilson Library in Arlington is looking for teens to volunteer as reading buddies. They are looking for students in the 6th through 12th grade to read a book to children in elementary school. They will also pick out books for the child to read. If you're unsure on how you can help these little readers, you will be given tips. The next volunteer opportunity is on Saturday, September 30th at 11 a.m. To register for the event, email savannah.shelton@lsslibraries.com.
Last week in Memphis, one man was shot while enjoying a concert at the FedEx Forum located near Beale Street. Police responded shortly after and rushed him to the hospital. We are told he is in critical condition currently and has life-threatening injuries. The venue was shortly evacuated after.
If you've driven on I-40 westbound near Canada Road, you might have seen this abandoned hotel. The city of Lakeland has announced that they are tearing down the Econo Lodge Motel and replacing it with a YMCA. It will serve as the town and community's recreation center. In the meantime, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office will use the motel for training exercises.
Developing Now, Tuesday's dismissal sent many students, faculty, and even parents in the senior lot on edge after students' car caught on fire.
Definitely scary for sure. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the blaze, but this fire on the second day of school served as an important reminder of the danger of vehicle fires. Our Cadence Cleveland joins us in the studio now with more.
Noah and Bella, you can imagine that this situation was pretty scary for anyone there. Our Julia Hardy had a chance to sit down with teachers and a school resource officer who responded to the fire, and they told her that they were glad they got to the parking lot in time.
I was in my office, had the radio on my desk, and heard Dr. Bowser kind of call to one of the officers that there was a car on fire in the parking lot.
I got a call by one of the assistant principals that a car was on fire and let my guys know that I was working with that I had an incident going on. I had to call in to the dispatch to let them know that we needed the ambulance and a fire truck to come through and kind of extinguish the fire.
And so when I walked back through, picked up my radio, I asked Dr. Bowser if she needed me to bring a fire extinguisher out there. And so she said yes if you got one close. It was on fire, pulled the pin, squeezed the handle, just tried to put it out.
The average person doesn't realize just how dangerous the chemicals coming off of a fire like that is to your lungs, because once it gets in there, it's in there forever.
We've had people that get burned from the fire and sometimes even inhale too much smoke because they're standing too close.
You can have fire anywhere from 10 to 20 feet away from what you can see. And a lot of times people get burned without ever even seeing the fire that they're in.
Fire safety needs to be given more attention. The incident that happened on August 8th could have been much worse. There are many harmful effects that students do not know about. Bringing attention to these dangers could save one student's life.
That's why at that time we tried to get the students away from the car, tell them to back up, but some of the kids were kind of excited and they wanted to see.
When stuff like that happens, don't stand around with your phone and start filming it and stuff. Like, that's just stupid.
If you see something like that going on, stay back out of the way, because safety is the first thing foremost.
Alongside Kira, I'm Julia Hardy reporting for This Is Arlington.
All right, some quick thinking by those SROs and faculty. Thanks, Julia and Cadence. It's a controversial topic that plagues our schools and really across the nation, the dress code and the need to either tighten or loosen restrictions. Our Jackson Reed joins us live now in studio with what teachers and students here at Arlington have to say. Jackson.
Thank you, Noah. This next story is about our dress code and how it affects our classmates. Richard Fahlbacher covers how students feel about the dress code. He also covers not only students' point of view, but also teachers' point of view on the matter. Do students agree with our dress code? What is the teacher's point of view on it? Find out in this next report.
There are lots of first world problems in our average suburban lives, but none more controversial than what we wear at school.
We talk to teachers and students to see what they think about the dress code.
Roll the tape.
My name is Jade Schlick. Sarah Lynn Archibald.
I think dress codes are necessary. I think they can be a necessary evil at times because we all want to be individuals. We all want to show our personalities.
Like for the students to have their body parts covered.
It's silly. Like, there's no real point to it.
For the most part, I think the dress code is appropriate.
I think it's necessary, but I think they kind of overdo it.
Dressing does not correlate with grades at all.
I think there might be some change in performance. I think some students may be more distracted by that than you think.
Yes, I think that they would be completely distracted.
I feel like students, depending on what they wear, they might be subjected to maybe be more lazy in classes.
Not really. I think like most people, they kind of just want to be comfortable.
If I could add or take away one thing to the dress code, I would probably talk about footwear maybe, because sandals are, necessary.
I would take away not being able to wear pajamas.
I feel like students should be able to wear pajamas. I feel like that's a big thing.
As you can see, the debate is still out on what people think about dress code. Some people are for it and some people are against it. But we'll leave it up to you. What do you think about the dress code?
Starting a business right out of high school is not easy to do. One reason for that is because you're young and people know that you're young. And people in my industry are 30, 40-year-olds and they've been doing this for 10 plus years. And I just started like 5 months ago. So really it just took a lot of willpower and faith that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess my favorite part about photography is probably just making people happy. I really like just sending people over their galleries and just getting texts back from them and hearing their feedback and hearing how happy that the pictures made them feel. My favorite response to a gallery I sent out was actually my most recent one to Ashton Gillespie. And she said to me, "Chris, I want to cry. They are the best pictures I've ever taken. They look so good. Like OMG, I want to put them everywhere right now. And I'm so happy."
He has so much passion about just pictures in general. And I just, I felt like he just really cared throughout the entire photo shoot. And seeing him like excel and pursue his dreams right out of high school has really inspired me because, I know where he was 2 years ago and I also know where he is now. And his work is incredible. And it really just, it inspires me to do the same thing when I get out of high school and, just do whatever I want to set my mind to.
Starting a business straight out of high school takes a lot. There's people all around you that will doubt you because of your age and experience, but your passion for your success should not be limited to just your age.
If you're someone that really likes making people happy and you have any interest in photography at all, I would definitely say go for it.
I'm so sad Chris graduated last year. We did a bunch of good stories together last year. I think my favorite one we did was the one on the Covington tornadoes in March. But, it's just so good seeing him do great things.
Yeah, I agree. I love being able to see Chris do what he loves.
Yeah, and Bella here has her own photography business as well, for those who don't know. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it is Bella Woodard Photo on Instagram if you'd like to go check it out. I do a little bit of everything, senior, portrait, couples.
Yeah, so if you need anything from Bella, any photos, contact her. Your Instagram again?
Bella Woodard Photo on Instagram.
All right, she's your girl. Well, that's all the time we have today on This Is Arlington.
Be sure to tune in next time for more stories from Arlington High School and the community.
And hey, while you're here, turn on post notifications to see when This Is Arlington comes out with another episode.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.